What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com. AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,000 episodes, 500,000 streams worldwide. Thank you guys for everything. All right, so today I've got a treat. I've got someone that I've been cyber stalking for the last couple of years, and she's coming today to bring us some good vibration, some good energy. Former NFL cheerleader, television host, and event MC, the wonderful Nikky Williams. Hey, Nikky.
Hey, Ash, that was such a sweet intro.
Well, because
I haven't had coffee yet.
you're a rock star. I mean, what else can I do besides, put that good positive energy that you put out to the world? I don't
know. I gotta bottle it up and put it in my pocket
now. Nikky, let our audience know, where are you from? Where do you represent?
I am born and raised forever, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, the greatest city on planet Earth.
Yes, absolutely. A-Town's finest. We got an original, you guys. Originator. Nikky, as a child, what was your dream career?
Well, I think actually I wanted to be a bus driver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. True story. I wanted to be a bus driver or a performer. So, basically the same thing, two different ways. I'm really very strange kid, only child. I was obsessed with Michael Jackson. So, that's more in the 80s. But I went to a private Christian school south of the city, and I brought my Michael Jackson doll to show and tell every single day and said the same thing about him every single day. And he was my hero, and he's my best friend. So, again, very strange child. I was eventually asked to leave that school, also known as kicked out, because I was so obsessed with Michael Jackson. I was on lunch tables and perform and sing, and it was just not, no one asked me to do that. So that school about had enough of me. But then I just carried on into public school and was so obsessed with Michael Jackson and performing, and got involved with 4-H, and then I would sing terribly into my karaoke machine any chance I got. So it's really a combination of me being an only child and wanting to be in front of crowds. And my parents really not wanting me to be a bus driver.
And thank God for that, because you definitely would have been one of the most animated bus drivers, I think, on the planet. All that energy. No, we didn't need you behind someone's steering wheel. We needed you up front on TV as you are. Yeah, that's definitely where we needed you. So we're glad that but we'll be sad to say we're glad that didn't work out in that aspect. And
that dream fell flat.
So when did you realize, Nikky, that you had the gift to entertain people?
I don't know if I ever realized that I had a gift for entertaining people. I think once I got my first paycheck for an MC event, I was 15, and it was a Cartoon Network job. And my mom owns a model talent agency, so it's something that I've grown up around my whole life. She started it in our house when I was just a baby. So she got the call from someone in the Yellow Pages that found her agency, and they needed an MC for a Cartoon Network event right here in Atlanta, and they wanted a kid, but they are going to need parental consent. So my mom said, well, actually, my child could probably do that. And that was my first MC event. It was downtown, maybe it was at the Loft on Spring Street. Regardless, I just popped the bug from then on out, and I was like, this is what I want to do. I don't know that I'm good at anything else in the world but talking. I always had terrible grades. Awful at math, awful at almost really everything, but talking. So once I got my first paycheck from just really being paid to talk, I just said, this is something that I'm going to pursue. I don't know how to do it. I don't know where to start, but here I go.
Now, as you were exiting the world of cheerleading with the NFL, what was your biggest obstacle?
Well, Ash, I made it my 5th year auditioning for the Falcons. So 4 years I was told no, and on that 5th year I finally made it. And in the meantime, my biggest obstacle was that I could dance. And this is a problem when you want to be a professional dancer. But when I was little, I always wanted to be a a Falcons cheerleader. I had a poster on the wall. But, some of our models were Falcons cheerleaders. But some of the social media, and unless you were at a game, you didn't really see what they did on the sidelines and realize that it was dance and it wasn't cheerleading. So I went to an audition and was just really out, underwater here. I was out of my element. I did not know how to dance. So that was my biggest obstacle, is I had to learn to dance. So in the meantime, when I couldn't make Falcons, I was cheering for arena football. I was cheering to make it. We had an arena football 2 team, so I needed to learn how to be a dancer. I was taking 2-a-days, dance in the morning, dance at night, and then my 5th year, I finally made it.
Wow, that is awesome. Y'all hear that?
Couldn't dance. Too less feet.
Yes, hey, but you worked it out. Hey, that 5th year, that's what made the magic happen. Okay.
Tell me no, and I'll come back with something else.
That's right. Come back with that fire. All right.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So hang tight with us for one moment. We're going to be back with more with Nikky, and we're going to talk about we got some stuff that we're going to chat about. So you guys hang tight. We'll be right back. Did you know that some foods can cause weight gain, body aches, and extreme fatigue? These are just some of the symptoms of food intolerance. Well, what is food intolerance? Food intolerance can occur when the body cannot properly digest certain foods. This can result in acid reflux, migraines, and so many other painful issues. How do you find out what foods are causing this irritation? It's easy. Pinner Test. With 500,000 satisfied clients worldwide, Pinner Test is the #1 way of identifying foods that may be causing discomfort. This simple at-home kit is easy to use with results usually within 2 weeks via email. It's that simple, all right? What are you waiting for? Go visit pinnertest.com and use my special promo code AshSaidIt for your discount today. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. I'm your girl, Ash Brown. I am talking with Atlanta's finest, the wonderful Nikky Williams, and we're talking about her amazing career and how she is seamlessly, now for us it seems seamless, but I'm sure there was a lot of work in the background to make these amazing, groundbreaking memories and stances in her career. So, Nikky, what would you say, you do ATL & Co. We always see you out there. You're on HLN, all these amazing programmings, and of course the local sporting events. What is next for you?
That's always the million-dollar question. When people ask me what's next, I never have a clear-cut answer for that because I'm so in love with where I'm at now. Mm-hmm. I just feel like I've got my hand in so many different jars right now, and no day is the same as the day before or the next day, and I really do love the variety of it all. Yeah. So, I'm shooting blanks in all kinds of different directions. I'm sure the spaghetti noodles stick to the wall somewhere, but as of right now, I just wrapped my first season with the Atlanta Hawks as an arena host, and that I have absolutely loved. I'll be back next season, so that's exciting. Ooh, yeah. It was scary to leave the Atlanta Braves. I've been a host with them for years in different capacities, from radio to in venues. So this was my first season not with the Braves in 10 years. So I was a little nervous. When you're a freelancer, you need to always have your time filled or you're broke. So I've just finished the Hawks. I've got another season coming up with Fox 5 Play to Win. So I'll be back with Bob Whitfield and Jamal Anderson and Chuck Smith talking football every Saturday. So that's exciting. ATL & Co. is kind enough to bring me on often. They are really like a second family to me. Yeah. Same with HLN. And, I've got the X Games right around the corner in Minneapolis. This will be my 9th ESPN X Games. Wow. So I'm really excited about that. And, I just take things as they come to me. This is the first year that I've worked a baseball season straight into a basketball season, and now I'm going straight into football season. So I haven't really had an off season this year, which in freelance world, again, is nothing short of a blessing. So yeah. I'm very happy with where I'm at right now in this moment.
Absolutely. Last but certainly not least, what advice can you offer to anyone right now that is in transition? Could be work, could be family, could be anything.
You know what surprised me about being in a situation where I didn't know what was next and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do? I got heavily involved with things that mattered to me with charity. Mm. So I would volunteer volunteer to do anything with a charity event because my heart loved it and my heart needed it. But the crazy thing about it is it kind of is what launched my career. When people always say, I'm a host, but I really don't know where to start. Well, the start is charity because people always need a master of ceremonies for charity events and they don't have the budget to pay for it because it cuts into the bottom line. So if you volunteer to do charity events and corporate MC events that have a charity aspect to it, you're going to meet people that are going to continuously ask you to come back for things. There will be guests at those things that will ask you to do things. So really, I was never afraid to do things for free, especially for charity. And I mean, my God, I used to get coffee and make copies for people over at 680 The Fan. And it was David Nikky that kind of took me under his wing and said, look, here's the deal. I want you to go home and I want you to look in the mirror every day and I want you to read the news to yourself from a hard copy newspaper. Don't come back until you believe yourself telling yourself the news. And it was one of the best pieces of advice I ever got. And, I would have never gotten it had I not had this incredibly mundane, minute job over at 680 The Fan to make copies and shadow people and get them what they need and shine shoes. I mean, never, ever, ever be too above putting in grunt work for the bigger picture.
I love it. Nikky Williams, Nikky, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you. And yes, definitely let everyone know the best way to follow you and to keep up with some of the stuff that you're doing. Maybe not everything.
I'm a complete weirdo. NIKKYW. Every day is a new day, but sometimes I'm making fun of myself for wearing a charcoal mask and brushing my teeth with charcoal toothpaste. And I'm like, what Amazon gimmick have I fallen into this time? It's either that or whatever weird gig I have that day. But I try to have fun on my Instagram account because that's what it's all about, right?
Why not? Exactly. Why not have a little bit of fun with it? So we appreciate that. And thank you guys for downloading the show. We appreciate you so very much. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is way better. Until next time, you guys.